Hey, Howard here at 82 Maple, and another fun little do-it-yourself build. In this case, it's a little custom-ordered desk. Son Chad and daughter-in-law Rachel have a little nook in their house that is the perfect fit for a piece of wood about 17.5 inches by about 30 inches. And what a great idea to put a little desk in there for Everett and Evelyn. So there's a number of ways I could have gone about this. Chad and Rachel would have been completely fine if I had taken several pieces of wood, glued them together, brought them together in whatever fashion. But I really wanted this to be special. I wanted it to be a single cut of wood. Not only that, but being I had some large fir trees from son Jordan's place, I wanted it to be a cut that had come from one of those. As it turns out, in my drying shed, I had just such a cut that's slightly larger than the required dimensions, had a pretty significant crack running down through it. This particular cut has been drying for about a year, and the wisdom that I've managed to collect around this is that you really want a piece of wood to dry a year per inch of thickness before putting it into its final form. So it's been rough, but last evening I squared it off. I have yet to do these cuts. What I needed to do though to bring it together was a little bit of glue down this entire seam. I was able to get to it at the top, and I had some little plastic strips that I was able to just use to put the glue down into the crack. Clamped it after securing this end so it wouldn't pivot out and crack some more. Then took these 1/4-inch thick strips of birch plywood and secured it. And I think this is actually going to hold it. I've done this before, so I'm going to spend some time with the sander rounding things off. I haven't looked at the other side. I've just finished cleaning this up with a wire brush. There was a little bit of glue came out, and this is pretty clean. I've got to attack that piece there with a wire brush, a little chisel first and a wire brush, but turned out really well, turned out flat. I had left it drying overnight for over 12 hours on a perfectly flat surface. I employed the 50-pound weight of this cement bag that I laid across it so that it dried perfectly flat, level, straight, whatever you want. Anyway, it's going to be front to back 41 minutes to build out a beautiful little desktop. It's got some nice character even here on the other side. Like, we're gonna leave this in as part of the cut. I'll clean up this, of course, but a couple of knots there just to give it some character. It's got some nice grain. Not bad for a piece of British Columbia's own Douglas fir. You'll have seen some other projects here in the background, and I'm migrating into the workshop. We're in November here, and much more pleasant working in here than out there. And this is a door for son Michael's new lawnmower shed. I'm going to finish the construct on this door today. It's for grandchildren Tobias and Anya's new playhouse. I've got some pieces of wood here that have some live edge, so that again we'll give it a little bit of character in the build out. It's just a ton of fun. 82 Maple, still got all 8 fingers, 2 thumbs, more than that. We're having fun, and it comes with having that little sawmill that just cuts these unique pieces of wood, and so they're getting shared around the family, shared around with friends. We're gonna feature some more of those projects soon. In the meantime, stay tuned. Hey, I'm back. Just wanted to update on this little desk project that I'm working on. So we squared it off, did the end cuts, did the side cuts. It's now right to the specified dimensions, and you'll see there are some imperfections. I went to work on those. I've got a little power wire brush, a little orbital sander, ran a hand plane across it, my little Milwaukee here. One of these days I'm aspiring to have a bench planer. in my little shop, but it's not here yet. So we'll do with what we have. I ran a router along the front, just smoothed the front edge a little bit. I just finished wetting this down with just a light dusting of water that I've moved back and forth. I'm really liking how the grain kind of popped, giving me a sense of what the end product is going to look like. There's a really nice, rich but thin pitch vein down here. And, you know, I really quite enjoy the imperfections of dealing with a single cut of wood and not looking for the perfect pieces to put together. Maybe it's a reflection of my own life. I live a very imperfect life, and so I aspire to work around my imperfections, and the same goes for the wood pieces. I just have a deep appreciation for the imperfections, and so I think we're about to wrap this one up. And I even had a chance to put the little stamp on there. Again, I'm not perfect about applying my little branding iron yet, but there it is. And hey, I hope that in some fashion, if you're starting the woodworking journey like I am, that you're enjoying the journey, if not even the end product. My end products are coming up far short of my own expectations, but I've decided to kick back a little bit, go a little easier on myself, and enjoy the journey. Here's to your journey, and make sure you keep all of your fingers, all of your thumbs, and here's to more fun to come. Stay tuned.